Do you think that people should age gracefully and not like, or do you think that people should try to fight back age and dive deep into the health and wellness and start working out? And
I'll answer
how about
that
just
question
age gracefully?
seriously.
Just
Yeah,
age
I'll
gracefully.
I'll answer that seriously. So the way I picture that is that in modern society, right, it would appear as though we're going to have to seek out the things that nature would have done to us normally. What does that mean?
Yeah.
That means that a guy like yourself, right, who's got this farm, you got animals and shit, right? Now, what you do for a living is of a white collar nature. Like, we're not sweating, right? We could go.
I am. It's fucking 76 degrees in here, dude. You're like sweating me out.
I'm the one who put the AC up. Welcome to another episode of Don Draper's Den. On this podcast, we discuss branding and marketing, how it touches so many aspects of our lives. We also talk a bunch of trash about music and food and culture and each other and nostalgia and so much more. We hope that you're entertained. We hope you can get some insight from two marketing professionals like ourselves. I'm Chris. This is Ernie. In this episode, we got into grandma
vibes, grandma hobbies,
and brocheting. And what else? We want some deep spiritual weird stuff when we get old, getting old gracefully.
Health and wellness topics.
Health and wellness industry a little bit. And so anyways, we bounced all over. It was a fun one. We hope, of course, that you guys enjoy it and subscribe and comment and like and share and help us spread the word on this thing. We appreciate the support as always. So without further ado, pour yourself a glass and let's get into this.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. So, I'm kind of tired, man.
Yeah.
Like physically tired.
Is it weather related? Is it because you've been working out at the gym too much?
I just choked somebody the hell out. That's what happened.
Or you haven't been sleeping well? What's the?
No, the coach is putting us through paces, man. It's the no-gi class, right, in jiu-jitsu. And there's some like new exercises, which are good, you know what I mean? But I can like feel into my abs and stuff, and then I was doing this thing like, you like plank on your elbow and you kind of straighten your feet out, right? You kind of stiffen up. But then we were like letting our butt kind of go down a little bit and then coming back to straight. I was jacked up like all weekend, like it hurt my hip.
Yeah.
And so I've been sore in new places, which I guess is a good thing.
Yeah.
But, and of course,
I think that's pretty surprising considering like, I'd imagine that you use every single muscle of your body doing jiu-jitsu that you wouldn't really, there aren't like certain places where you haven't really touched. Me, I was telling you the other day, earlier how Hannah and I have been trying to fix our fence. Yeah. So we're ripping out some of the old hog fence. Yeah. And man, this morning, like it feels like my muscle is detached. I mean, it doesn't feel like a healthy, I got a good workout. No. It feels like, oh shit, I think my bicep is like ripped off of
something's bad.
Yeah, it's not good. Like, because I don't use that muscle as much, Whereas I imagine with you guys, you're grappling, you're on the ground, you're using every single muscle. So I'm surprised that like you actually feel.
I constantly feel something, right? You just can't get out of that scot-free unless you're like 20 years old, right? You recover overnight. So no, my neck is always like, I'm always, fixing my neck and my fingers hurt a little bit. But this was just like
getting old. Join the club.
It's fine. That's fine. Beats the alternative.
Yeah.
Right. I was just talking to my uncle, Uncle Phil. Shout out down in Florida, and yeah, he likes to. He's of the older generation, as you'd imagine. In the 80s, I guess now, and he just has this kind of. I don't know what it is, man. Is it an acceptance? I guess just a kind of reservation that like, you're 50 years old now, and you know what I mean? Your body just fucking doesn't work anymore. You know what I mean? This kind of vibe. Word though? For real though? Like The Rock is 50 billion years old, right? I mean, I know The Rock deflated recently, but still, he's in great shape.
Did he do that for a role, by the way?
I got to assume.
He's sick.
I think
he did it for a role, which is so strange to see.
Yeah. because he just got jacked as hell playing the Smashing Machine. I can't remember the guy's name. Mark Kerr.
Yeah,
I think, and I heard it was good. But yeah, he was big as hell, right? So for him to shrink and all that, and like call a spade, man. He's on the juice.
Yeah, right.
Nobody has to. You know, I don't know why Hollywood, like, just like women in Hollywood, and the models and the TV and the magazine and everything. It's like traditionally, we look at the women when they're kind of in bloom, if you will, which is early 20s to like 30s, right? Okay. Well, they just look as good as they're ever going to look, right? And it's like, okay, well, great. Like, thanks for bringing that to the game, right? But eventually, beauty fades. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it, right? So my point in saying that is like, it's that age-old narrative of like, the women in Hollywood, and they do everything they can in the world to try to keep it together. But it's like, man, Father Time's undefeated, right? And it is unfair. And it's like, good, Nolan Ryan had to retire eventually. Yeah, right. The arm goes, right? I mean, you just can't do it forever. So anyways, but it's that thing too now with like men, I feel, to a degree, right? To a certain degree, because it's like, I'm on the train in the fitness culture and the wellness and the whole bit. I'm on the train, right? I don't believe, like our parents' generation, I guess you could say, where like, you go back at those old TV shows and you realize how old Archie Bunker was when they were filming it. Dude, do you know how old Archie Bunker's wife, Edith, how old that actress was? Like
30s?
She was 40 something. She was in mid 40s.
Okay.
When she's playing that character.
Right.
If you'd have told me she's in her late 50s to early 60s, I'd have been like, sure.
Yeah.
I'll believe it.
Yeah.
I had no idea
that she was actually younger.
That much younger.
Well, I mean, part of it is playing a role, right?
Well, perhaps, perhaps the mannerisms.
I'm sure she didn't dress like that.
A little bit of the clothing.
Right.
But it wasn't all that far off. But I mean, objectively to look at her, like she just looked, more weathered, right? Right. But so did Red Fox. You find out he was in his 40s. He's doing Sanford and Son.
Well, and also like, I don't know how much they were, how much makeup they were using then, or
the makeup, or even the quality of,
reshaping their face with makeup. Right. A lot of these women now, it's like a lot of these women now, and they wear so much makeup, and then they're like reshaping their nose from their makeup and shit. And then the moment they take off their makeup, it's like, holy shit. Yeah, you aged like
instantaneous. Dude, the worst, either if you're on the gram and they put one of the filters on, right? And then there's a couple of them where they're like getting Mickey D's, and they're streaming, of course. And it's just some regular broad, in a regular ass car with some kids, right? And she like hands over McNuggets or whatever. And then it screws the filter up and then exposes a piece of a real face. And this one in particular has got like stars on her neck kind of vibes, or maybe a couple stars on her face, something like that. But bro, like she's so old, she's got like liver spots. You know what I'm saying? And like she just a second ago looked 28. Yeah. And now you're like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Now the thing is, comparatively, that's the shock. It's not, oh my God, you're 58 and you look 58, right? No problem. Go ahead. Yeah. Right? See, you're Gen X, I get it. But I thought you were this. Right? I was at the club with a bottle full of bub, and then I woke up the next morning and was just like, Jesus Christ. What? I didn't know I was banging her grandma. What is going on here? You know what I mean? It's dark.
It's dark. Well, that's why I'm saying maybe in like back then they didn't wear all that makeup. I'm sure obviously they had makeup, but like they didn't do all these defining techniques and reshaping techniques that they do now.
I would imagine the makeup game itself should have progressed.
Evolved, right?
I don't know anything about it.
So so when you see her on black and white TV, all of a sudden I was like, oh man, you look older than you really are. Right. So, I would assume that the same thing would go with women now. If they took all that plaster off, all of a sudden they look completely different.
But that, I agree with you, right? So I think that the presentation and the art of makeup
has changed.
Is another level today, right? So fair enough.
Yeah.
But also, most of the men, then, if you're looking at makeup, I mean, obviously on TV there tends to be makeup anyway, but when you look at the men of the day as well, it's in the hair, it's in the just the look,
in the beard,
they just look old,
yeah,
right? And then, but it's Why is that? Well, because they didn't know about hydration. They didn't. I mean, I think we're a little bit overboard these days. With I gotta have a bottle of water like that big. Meanwhile, I had a gallon yesterday, but like it's like, okay, well, maybe we don't have to go that far, but like they didn't drink water. They didn't drink. It was all Diet Coke all day long. And then when they switched to something else, it was the whiskey at night, cigars,
smoking.
Yeah, man. And like, yeah.
I have a funny story. Yeah. So we were working on the fence, as I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
And right before bedtime, or whatever, for Lily's bedtime, she comes walking out towards us, and she's like, she goes to her mom, and she's like, Mom, how do I need your help. How do I get rid of this? She saw some reel, like makeup type reels you see all the time, put on makeup. Well, this particular reel showed how like you could use something. I don't know what she used.
Shut up.
To suck her lips. To make her lips.
I knew it.
To make her lips puffy and shit.
Give the ducklets.
Yeah, right. But then what ended up happening is she ended up getting like this ring around her face. So she looked like she had like a ring on her upper lip. Dude, if I wasn't so exhausted, I would be busting a gut laughing, like pointing at her like, you puffy lip,
like the bully
looking
from the
ass bitch.
That is amazing.
I mean, I was just so exhausted I couldn't really laugh, but I would have busted out laughing. I don't care. I don't care if she walked in the house crying. But fortunately for her, I was like so tired I couldn't even laugh at that shit. But like when she left, me and Hannah and I were just like, what? I hope it doesn't go away. Because of course Hannah's like, oh, it'll go away. Like next time don't do that.
Right.
Guys don't even like puff those puffy lips anyways.
Right.
So so she's like hoping that in the morning we know it's gonna go away.
Sure.
But she's like all worried, like going to bed, like, oh no, I just ruined myself.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
But her and I are laughing about that, like, oh,
what a bizarre trend. Like,
and I'm like, listen, I was exhausted, I was tired. I'm like, listen, Lily, no guy loves that shit. Don't do that anymore with your lips, okay? Stop fucking messing around with your lips.
Right.
And go to bed.
Right.
No, that was me. But inside, I'm like, I want to laugh so hard right now. I'm just so tired.
That is a lost moment.
Like that would have been a good moment. I laugh so hard in her face. Right. She cries and she goes into bed. I tell her, go to bed. Right. And I'll just be like the happiest dad ever.
God, that's.
But no, I couldn't even muster a laugh.
I don't know. That is by far. I think I'm hoping that it has calmed down now.
Yeah,
I think, but the trend of plastic surgery looking normal, right? Because there are far too many now where there's women getting called out, and like some of these things are so popular that like there's questionable practices. There probably have been for a long time. Like I'm late to the game, but where like for example the BBLs, right? We get the Brazilian butt lift and all the butts. It's all about the butts, right? Starts with J-Lo.
Right.
And all that.
Okay.
And I'm on board for it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing though. If you don't have the thigh ratio, thigh to butt, right?
Butt ratio.
If we don't have the what you call it, quad muscles in line with the glute muscles, there's a ratio that's off.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, well, you could not have possibly just worked your glutes like that. Right? Have an ass that big, your legs are gonna have to be substantial.
But okay, so here's what I thought. What I'm questioning. You were telling me earlier I need to start thinking some like life, like earth-shattering questions. Well, here's my earth-shattering question.
By all means, dude. By all means.
Okay. Yeah. So like guys are into butts, right? Yes. So the women know that. Yes. So they're like, okay, I gotta lift my butt.
Yeah, sure.
Or tighten it or work out, do some squats. Guys are into tits. So like, okay, you gotta like, get breast implants or whatever.
Right. Okay.
You get it, right?
Okay. Right. Yeah.
Was there a memo or something that I didn't see or I didn't write that went to women that said that guys like big, huge lips? Like,
bro,
where'd that come from? Because I don't know of any guy that likes that. But somehow they have it in their head. These women have in their head that they gotta puff up their lips. Did I miss something? Did I miss a trend?
Hold on.
I don't like missing trends, Chris.
There are, like I said, right? There's a certain I don't know what the word is, man, but like, let's say like a scale or something, right? So that if you've got natural, I got some big lips myself, right? So if I got some big lips and I would go and I'd puff them up, right? Once I go past a particular, say, percentage increase, right? Then the, what's that? There's a way to describe the ratio of the human face, right? You exceed that ratio and all of a sudden it's like, did you get stung by a bee? You know what I mean? Like what happened, right? Versus that just a little bit that made you, you had it at 24, but you don't have it at 38, right? And I want to get that, but that's chasing the dragon.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that back.
Yeah.
Right? Your body doesn't support it. And then you go way overboard. Now,
right. I mean, I get it. Like, especially women that have no lips. Like, okay, no lip, have an ass. Like, what the fuck's going on there? Like, I get it. But why do they have to like feel like they got like, especially when people have normal lips, right? Like, I feel like I miss a trend. Like, but no, I don't think so. I think that's like something that women desire, and
women. My impression is women for the other women.
Right, women for the other women.
For the other women thing.
Which okay, I guess okay.
Yeah.
It's just interesting to me. Yeah. Well, this explains why we have no women who watch our podcast.
Which is, just actors.
Most of our audience are all men. I get it. We just lost the 3 women that watch our.
That's fine. They'll come back.
But yeah. Anyway,
but back to the lecture at hand, to quote Snoop Dogg. So, or Dr. Dre. So no, it's a culture. Right, it's in the water. Why is it that people look younger these days? I just saw Bruce Willis's ex-wife. What's her name?
Demi Moore.
Yeah. Right at like 60x. I forget 2-1. She looks phenomenal. Right. Yeah, but first of all, she has the genetics. Right. She always had the genetics. Winona Ryder.
Wait, was she wearing makeup or not?
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you, but she sure looked natural with it.
Okay.
Right. But my point is that like even in her neck. Like it looked like she worked out, So I'm like, she looks great. But like, why are we judging ourselves on this? Like everybody's chasing that dragon. I play a little basketball. It doesn't mean I'm even aspiring to be anybody in the NBA at that point, right? I'm never going to be that good. Like, what's the point?
Okay.
Right? In other words, be the best you can be, right?
Right.
Hence, where we're kind of going with this is how pervasive a portion of what we're talking about is like the wellness culture, wellness, fitness kind of culture. How people blow tons of money on that stuff, man. Like the consumerism that goes along with it, like the drinks, right? I've tried them, right? Like the greens,
the male enhancement drinks.
There's no drinks; those are pills. Hit your local gas station. Dude, look, if we thought fireworks had great names, because there's such knucklehead names for fireworks. Right. When you see the dick pills in the gas station, I'll go to one spot after the gym. I'll go get a little can of Coke every now and again.
Yeah.
But they have, dude, I didn't know there were so many dick pills. Like, it's nothing but like weed supplements and dick pills at this one gas station, like right down the street.
Yeah,
the names
the
are like Rhinoceros
that
Hatred or something. And you're like, who named? What is this?
Somebody who buys that, they're being shamed twice if you think about it.
Okay,
double the shame.
Okay,
right? Because they're being shamed because like obviously people are like, okay, you're insecure about your unit, right?
Yeah,
but then they're shamed twice because you actually believe it works. Like idiot.
Bro, right? or what's the pitch on the bottle too, right? Because this is something I've learned various interviews, from comedians being funny about it to like interviews with like porn stars really in the business, like, hey, that actually worked. Dude, sometimes they're just like knockoff Viagra, Cialis, stuff like that. You don't know what's in there.
No.
It's not FDA approved.
It's like Argentine.
It's something bad, man. It's just pure bull semen or something. So,
well, okay. So, yeah, so do you think that people should age gracefully and not like, or do you think that people should try to fight back age and dive deep into the health and wellness and start working out? And
I'll how about just age gracefully? I'll answer that seriously. So the way I picture that is that in modern society, right, it would appear as though we're going to have to seek out the things that nature would have done to us normally. What does that mean?
Yeah,
that means that a guy like yourself, right? Who's got this farm, you got animals and shit, right? Now, what you do for a living is of a white collar nature. Like, we're not sweating, right? We could go.
I am. It's fucking 76 degrees in here, dude. You're like sweating me out.
I'm the one who put the AC up. So, but we're not sweating, right? We're not working hard. We could go 7 years doing what we're doing, right? From this point on, and I barely lift a muscle. If, however, it's 150 years ago, and we don't get lynched around here, kidding. But if we've got the same, lives, like whatever we're doing, it's going to be physical, right? Our day-to-day routine is going to give us some physique, some figure to us, right? Yeah. It's just what it is, right? Yeah. So in the modern age, if you're going to grow old gracefully, in my opinion, it's like, let's not go to the extreme, right? We're not all The Rock. We can't afford to carry a gym and shoot the very best steroids available. But let's not just die on the couch either, right? Let's go in between somewhere, right? So that my goals aren't the physicality, but the experience of life. For example, if I'm in my give or take early 60s, and I should be a grandfather by then, right? Then I'm going to want to play a game or 5 with my grandkids.
What kind of game are we talking about?
I don't know. I could throw out, sports
like Twister
games.
Type where you got to be like all limber?
Maybe Twister, yeah.
Or are you talking about a board game like Sorry?
No. Like a physical, like you want to go hiking, kids? You want to do the bike thing? You want to play some basketball? I don't want to blow out a knee. Yeah. Right? But I can still,
Yeah, you and I different.
I'm more of a sniper.
You and I different in that.
Because the reality is that those experiences were not lost on our ancestors, right? Generations before, and not so many generations ago, it was like, of course you're going to play with your family. You're going to be in the mix still, right? Yeah. And then if you really go into history and kind of see what human bones look like throughout time, and you're like, no, man, it was very unlikely that we would be overweight, that we weren't able, people died kind of on their feet. And so I get why the wellness culture and the fitness culture and the whole thing, like, I get why we're spending money, man. It's so popular right now. Right?
Yeah, you and I different in that, by the way.
Yeah.
Like when I have grandkids, it's going to be one of those things where if you want to know Grandpa, you got to sit next to him in a rocking chair.
Come here.
Sit here.
Bring the action over here. Right.
I'm going to be like whittling a spoon or something.
Okay.
All right. And I'd be like, so that's how you're going to get to know Grandpa. Right. And then I'd be like, hopefully I'll have money at that time, but I'll reach out here, get yourself
get
something with this.
Yeah.
And that's a good experience with Grandpa.
Dropping Benjis on him here.
Yeah. You want to get to know me, sit down and watch Rocky.
Right. See, I want to have those moments too. That's also
this whole idea of like, oh, let's play. No, I'll watch you play.
Right.
Like I'll bring like one of those little folding chairs and go to your soccer game or something. Oh, good job, kid. But no. You want to know me?
I want to have the option.
No, I don't need
the option. Yeah.
No, you'll find Grandpa in his rocking chair type thing.
Sleeping.
Yeah, he's sleeping in his rocking chair.
You need a good dog with that too, man. Like if you're that kind of grandpa, you need like a bulldog. Bulldogs are good for that, man. They just lay right next to you and snore as loud as you do right on the porch. Like when I'm like 90, I don't necessarily think I'm going to be that active if I should make it that far. Yeah. Jesus Christ, 90.
Yeah,
that's so far away.
I just don't have that in me. Where like I gotta like feel like I gotta participate with the kids.
Yeah. No, I like that. I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
Right. Because I honestly, I
love watching people enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
Like so, like oh look at they're having fun.
I want to best.
That's good.
I want to best
like
kids.
Like I feel like okay, I created this life and now we have a legacy and look at the grandkids all running and enjoying themselves. Good. It's nice. I feel good.
Yeah, that's all good. Yeah. But I also want to, I don't want to
have like if they're in a pool, I don't see a need to take off my shirt, show my shrivelly body, and I'm sitting there waiting in the pool. No, I have no interest.
No, I need that. I need at least each generation that I should see of my bloodline. Right? They got to know the old man still has it. They got to know it. No. Be like, oh shit, Grandpa's kind of badass,
No, I will be that grumpy old man, like making fun of him, like saying jokes, like right. You just fell, idiot.
They're doing the same lip thing Lily did.
Why is like, and I can see it. Hannah and I would be sitting in a chair, fucking just laughing our asses off, ripping on the grandkids, doing stupid shit.
What? That's a very nice scene. Like, I can see it now.
Don't go up there. No, don't jump on that roof. No. I mean, if you do, I will laugh at you when you're crying. That's what I'm just gonna say that right now. Yeah. Oh, poof.
Right on the gram or whatever it is by that point.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's me.
That sound well.
But it goes back to the thing is I like it when they get older and they're like you can actually have a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. The questions are so good. Not
interested.
The twins are 10 and Celia's 12. And yeah, the questions now. Been waiting. Asking about God and Santa Claus and shit. I'm like, I got all kinds of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
But with that vibe, it puts me in mind. I'll ask you about a trend. If you've heard of it, God knows Sam has. Grandma hobbies.
Grandma hobbies.
What do you know about this?
I know that Sam acts like a grandma.
She does have grandma vibes. She's like,
what's funny? I was talking to her this morning, and she's like, when I listen to the reels, I feel like you're just talking to me the whole time. Because I'm like, pretty much. Pretty much. Or just use this.
She's our audience.
Our podcast. Yeah. We just rip on Sam.
Yeah.
But she's good at taking it, though.
Yeah, she's fine. She's in on it.
No, so, I could definitely see her doing the grandma vibe thing. And
I didn't know.
So what exactly is it, though?
Let's break it down for the people.
I mean, simply the fact that she just looks at the weather updates.
Excited
grandma vibes.
Excited about it. Like Shannon.
The fact that she's like particular and like just eats basic food, grandma vibes. No salt. I don't even know does she put salt on her food.
Reaction to the food. No.
Yeah. That's right. That's grandma vibes.
Yeah, grandma vibes.
So what is this whole grandma hobbies?
So the grandma hobbies are essentially throwback hobbies that slow it down. They slow life down.
Okay.
All right. So the slow down. So knitting, crocheting, bread baking.
Grandma hobbies, yeah.
What's another?
Bread baking.
Bread baking. Grandma, just very into the, which I love.
Churning butter.
Sure. Right? Is that, but is that grandma vibe? It's funny. You know how they churn, what it looks like when you churn butter?
Yeah, it looks like you're.
Yeah.
Ever seen that? Like
the Amish,
an Amish lady
like skit with that,
and then she's like talking serious. Yeah. Like, and then sometimes you gotta like.
Yeah. Oh, God, I'm so glad you saw that. Yep. Yeah. So, scrapbooking, puzzles, board games, playing cards, all that shit. So like, but what's funny is how marketers get a hold of something and they rebrand it and reposition it, and like we did, the fanny pack, right? It becomes a belt. Whatever it is. It's like grandma hobbies, dude, that's just shit we did back in the day. Right. Yeah. And like, why do you got to reposition it? Like fasting, right? Where we do like 8 hours on and then 16 hours
intermittent
off,
fasting.
Right?
Yeah.
But intermittent fasting is really just skipping breakfast. You know what I mean? Like, just call it what it is,
really
man.
is.
Why are you going to make it sound so stupid? Anyway, so the grandma hobbies, where does it come from?
Yeah.
Interesting. Because the thing about it is who is most affected by it or who's kind of jumping in on it is Gen Z, right? Predominantly. And they're posting about it. It's very postable, right? It's very like, from bird watching to bread making and whatever and scrapbooking. It's very much like found my favorite bird, click, which is kind of ironic because if you're trying to get offline and you post about your grandma hobby, what grandma didn't have to post about it.
Maybe that's hybrid grandma hobby.
I guess. I get it. But it nonetheless very postable.
Grandma 2.0.
It seems to be. But it seems to be with that specific generation because COVID was the catalyst.
How about them back in the kitchen and cooking and shit, ironing my fucking shirts?
See, look, here's all the grandma hobbies, right? Everybody jumps in grandma hobbies,
right?
What about the grandpa hobbies, right? Are we start whittling wood? Are we like building fences? You know what I mean? What about those hobbies? Because I don't necessarily I haven't seen anything about that.
That's not hobbies, that's work, dude.
I mean, what did grandma do?
What did grandpa do?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what my lifelong dream is, to just be able to retire one day, rocking in a chair, making fun of people,
just cozy,
looking at the weather.
You could be
listening to some music, drinking some sun tea or lemonade, mix it together, Arnold Palmer, and just whittling. Or no, I'll be 2.0. I'll just be laughing at reels.
You'll be watching people do the things. You'll be watching people make lemonade. That could be called. Okay, here's other names for this. This is just outrageous now. The marketing for this. So the Gen Zers, so they get their grandma vibes on. Cottage core. Have you heard of that term? Me neither. Cozy core.
No.
Same thing. It's like I picture like hashtags on social media and people just doing like, being comfy. But it's because they were locked in, Gen Z, they were locked in during COVID. So they saw this massive spike at like Michael's and what's the other places that sell?
Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, all that type of shit, right? So you saw these massive increases. People are locked at home. Everybody's buying a KitchenAid, right? They're cooking at home. To a degree, I'm like, cool, right on, right? Because those are some of my best memories.
So do you think this is contributing to health and wellness?
So where they start to intersect is kind of the lifestyle, right? Where like, I guess you could say it's like my hobby became my lifestyle. And then in a way that seems to be capitalized and then subsequently leveraged by whoever's in the mix, right? So like KitchenAid, for example, is like, damn, everybody's posting about, making bread out of nowhere, you know what I mean? Or whatever it is, or making pies or some shit, you know what I mean? Yeah. So then they see the trend and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, yeah, Gen Z, here you go, right? And let's push it on you, right? And then it kind of, fuels this engine of like, instead of Friday night, which interesting enough, it's like on a Friday night, there's a couple of example posts that I saw where like, Friday night, cottage core, making bread again or whatever. On one hand, I'm like, all right, well, you know what? You could have been doing a lot worse things. Yeah. Like that's wholesome.
Yeah.
Right? You go ahead.
I see nothing wrong with it, especially if I get to eat the bread.
I love bread. Right? Nice bread, like sourdough with a nice slap of butter on it. I'm in.
Yep.
I'm in. But it does kind of lose its rock and roll.
When did it ever have its rock and roll?
Being in your 20s? Wait, getting out there, getting in trouble, doing some
wild, that loses. I thought you were saying grandma hobbies loses its rock and roll.
No, that's the anti-rock and roll.
Right. When was it ever cool?
Just like the experience. I'm like, I don't know, man, because
that's why it's kind of like,
like you're living like the Amish now. You know what I mean? I don't know.
See, for me, the way I see it is they should save the grandma hobbies for when they get to grandma age.
Yeah.
Because it's then where you can't really do shit. So that's when you sit there and this is what you do. That's why I keep urging Sam, pick up like some crazy hobby, like get into like sniping or something. Shoot a rifle, rock climb.
No.
Like do something, because that's when you can do it.
Right.
When you get older, that's when you're
gonna lose the opportunity.
Right. You're gonna lose the opportunity to do crazy shit.
I agree.
Yeah. That's how I see it. Is okay. What phase in life are you in? Maybe try to do stuff a little younger, if you can. You can manage it, but for the most part, act your age.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you see people online all the time defying age. Like that's what challenges me to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Because you'll see somebody who, like, I'm nearing 50. My brain's already thinking I'm 50.
Right.
So I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm almost 50. Where like then I look at some 50-year-olds on like Instagram, I'm like, holy shit, you're huge. And you're doing, and you're you can stretch your legs and you're bendy and all the sorts of things. I can't even I have to grunt when I'm leaning down to pick something.
Dude.
So then I have that on my conscience. I'm like, should I really try a little bit harder?
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, I'm like, I don't know. Do I really want to live to be 80? I don't know if I want to.
I want to say, that's an interesting
Do
point,
I want to?
If you live, it depends on who we're talking about, right? Jack LaLanne, there's only famous examples I can offer. So we all reference something, but okay. So Jack LaLanne famously is a fitness guy. I mean, he's the fitness guy, right? And there's tons of that ilk, right? when they see their 80s, Chuck Norris, when he's in his 80s right now, he's doing pretty goddamn good, right? So like, if you can go out, if I can get to the grave and proverbially speaking, kind of walk into the grave, if you will, right? As opposed to, you know, whether it's anybody's fault, but like, you know, as opposed to just being like tubed up, you're all jacked up and you're like, oh, I made it to 87. But god damn, bro, did you? Like, you look a mess. You know what I mean? And the last 5 years are just rough and nothing works and you're shitting on yourself. And it's just like, Jesus. So do I want to make it to that 87? No, I do not.
Right.
Right. But if you show me an example of a Chuck Norris, right, who, by the way, has managed to, I don't know all that much about Chuck Norris aside from pop culture stuff, but for all I know, he battled cancer. I don't know anything about the man, but let's just assume he's had a lucky run with regard to that.
Yeah.
Right. But at the same time, he's put the effort in and the quality of his life. There's something to be said for that, man.
You know why? Yeah. It's because of that gym equipment he used to sell.
That's what I'm saying. It still works. It still was it Bowflex? No,
it was a sliding bench that you could change the incline, and in the meantime, you
it's like a
you pull yourself up. Yeah, you pull your body up. So basically, it was using your body weight.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Brilliant. That's all you got to do.
That's why he is how he is.
That's all you got to do, right? But I guess it makes sense, man. That's why you see the lifestyle push with you know, with those kind of products, because it's like, man, you're hooked.
Yeah.
Right. Imagine feeling good. Imagine feeling mediocre in your 20s and 30s. Yeah. As you hit 40, most of us kind of realize our own mortality by friends get hurt, friends die, friends get sick. And then you're like, I should probably take care of myself a little bit. And then as you get older and older, you're trying to fight that. It'd be weird to like progress in that and it phase out as a hobby, and then you dwindle down to let's say what you used to be.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand where it's like, shit, man, I better make this a lifestyle, because otherwise I'm doomed to, you know, age gracefully like Archie Bunker did. Who didn't live past whatever. You know what I mean? Died unnecessarily young.
Yeah.
Right?
So what grandpa hobby do you foresee? Maybe not now, but what grandpa hobby do you see that you could get into?
I'm making my own fucking grandpa hobby. So
all like the hobbies I grandpa hobby.
Well, all right. No, like, you got to name one.
I'll be rolling on the ground because that's what grandpas do.
Choking my grandkids out. Come here, stupid.
What actual, like, you know, back in the day, grandpa activity could you get yourself into eventually? Maybe not now.
All right. So what I would do is woodworking. Right. I like. I don't know why I do. I have no idea, but I'm drawn to the idea of making things with wood. Right. Yeah. So like, and you've seen my part.
So whittling is not too far away from.
Yeah. No, it seems, you know, but it seems purposeful, right? I would love, for example, my own house is going to have all furniture I've made, right? I would love for like all the furniture is what I made. Now, the funny thing about that is my personal, I don't know, hobbies, I don't know what the word is, but my standard of hobby with regard to like the woodworking isn't that I want to master it.
Yeah.
Right. Like I have my desk that I made at home with my computer and my dual screens, but it's very, very functional. It's total facility. It doesn't look like anything. Right. In fact, the top of it isn't like a nice piece of wood. No, it's kind of wood that you'd put on a floor.
Yeah.
Right. Like baseboard.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, yes, I want to make things out of wood. I don't know why, I just can't help myself, but it's creative, right? Rather than the mastery of saying, like in The Patriot, Mel Gibson's character wants
You're trying to make that rocking chair. Yeah.
You know, I don't really care that much.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It upsets me to go to fucking IKEA and get a goddamn couch or a thing that looks like everybody else in the world.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. Live, laugh, pray. Fuck off with your sign. The mediocrity is just like, it's just so uninspired, man. You know what I mean? Especially when it's like, I live here.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see things that get my brain going.
Yeah.
You know, and if I can, you know, sit in, and then I don't feel bad neither about, breaking it up or painting it or I made it. I don't care.
It's good. I can see that.
So yeah,
I know exactly what I'd do. I know exactly what I'd be
What's
doing.
the top of the list?
For me, it'd be getting back into my arts. Like I told you, like you've learned about me. Like art has always been that. If I was encouraged as a kid, arts would be and fine arts, and that's what I'd be doing. So as I get older,
I'm shocked I don't see canvases about.
Because I'm not that age yet.
What the fuck? You got to graduate some freak. Come on, do it right now.
Well, so I was doing it, but now, we have so much work to do around the yard. I don't have time, So I was just mentioning this to Hannah last night that like, when we were living in Lebanon and we're living in an apartment, a single family home apartment, we didn't have to really, the yard was a postage stamp size. So mowing was really fast and that was it. Yeah. Like clean the house. Right. And so I had a lot of time. So then I was painting and I was doing stuff because it's like, well, what else? What am I going to do? I would go to the office a lot and play video games because I could make it as loud as I want. Right. And the office is right down the street at that point. Right. Now I just don't have the time. Yeah. I don't have time to do any of that stuff. I got to mow a big yard. We got to, fix the fencing because our dog's escaping. You got so much shit to do.
It's the size of a horse.
Right. So I would hope that there would be a time in my life where things can slow down a little bit so that I could paint again. I love painting. Yeah. Like acrylic paint, do landscape. So what's that guy's Happy Little Accidents?
Happy Little Tree.
Yeah.
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. I'd be Bob Ross when I get older. That and I'd sculpt or I'd paint miniatures. I'd do just something. I'd creative like that. That to me that's a life well lived. Yeah. When I could get to that point where I could just paint.
That's interesting. But, that's a wild perspective change because I don't. Well, I guess it's a shift in priorities because if there was a trade, right? Your house is very nice and all that, but then I'd be like, well, fuck the animals and the land. Like I'd rather paint. I couldn't help myself. I'd be like, I got to do this.
So, however, while I have that thought and I love painting, I still have that mindset of there's still so much of life I want to enjoy now. Yeah, I want to enjoy the dogs. I want to build a barn for the sheep. I want to, while I still can. I want to eventually. My biggest thing is I want to build a greenhouse. That's one of my biggest thing I want to do. When I can finally get to the greenhouse and I can complete that, I feel like, and I'm making that last because I still want to put a deck around the pool. I still want to do all sorts of other things. Right. But then when I finally get my greenhouse that I've always want to build, then I feel like, okay, I accomplished all the things I wanted to build in my life. Now I'm ready to, there's nothing else to build. You can only build so much in your yard, I do more like I love doing gardening, flower gardening and stuff like that. Right. I want to make a cottage garden, like
grandma hobby. Dude.
Yeah, I want to do. But again, like if you look at our yard now, weeds everywhere. We just don't have time. I mean, it takes time to sit every day. You got to sit there and pull out weeds. You got to nurture that shit. We just don't have time. We have all those businesses and stuff to do. So the way I look at it is that's okay. This is our season of life for Hannah and I to build our businesses, to gather as much as we can for retirement or whatever. And then that time will come where, I'll just enjoy it. This is life well spent.
Right. Painting, you're working in the garden.
Working in a garden, painting my garden. Like that would be, and with the greenhouse, like I would love to paint that scenery, but it's not time yet. And I won't lose that skill. It's not I guess technically you could, right? Like all of a sudden you get some sickness or something, but and you have the shakes or whatever.
But then that's your art.
Right. But then that's the art too. Yeah. Right. So I'm looking forward to those days when I can be able to do that. Right now, I'm enjoying putting as many experiences in my brain as possible. Yeah.
That's interesting. When I have things I enjoy, I guess I want nothing. I just want to do that. And so I feel compelled, like when I finally do find something like, oh, I like that. I just want to give me more.
Yeah. But see, I have
I get better at it.
I am I think if there was a picture next to the FOMO in the dictionary or whatever, it would be me.
Right.
Like I want to experience everything. Oh, new band. What is it? I want to see it. New experience. I want to go there. A new play. I want to watch it. Like I want to make sure I pack in as much into my in my memory bank as I possibly can.
Yeah, that's interesting, man.
I did an exercise actually this morning where I just laid there and I just thought of experiences.
Right. That you want to have, or that you have
had? Good experiences in my entire life. I just kept, and anything that came to mind, I'm like, oh yeah, that was fun. Like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. We did that, and I just had a really good morning where I just sat there and thinking about experiences.
That's interesting, man. There's a certain, and this kind of is adjacent to the wellness.
Yeah,
I don't know if I want to say trend, right? Because we're talking billions of dollars in that business, but adjacent to that is kind of the mindfulness of you've really got to want it too, man. Because again, like the distraction, right? I think U.S. adults are around a 7+ hour mark of screen time, right, per day.
I know I contribute to that. Probably
I mean,
more.
part of the gig, right?
I mean, I'm on the screen all day for work.
Right, but then also,
and then I get home and I'm on the screen all night.
And Instagramming it and all that. So the mind, like the intentional unplugging is, man, it's got to be a hobby. It's got to be more than a hobby. It's got to be a discipline, because otherwise you fall prey to all the things that we already know. I think everybody knows that if you're online too much and you're on the screen too much and detached, you are detached. You are, quote unquote, you end up with the autism, right? But what I mean by that is like you just end up kind of awkward and detached as a human. You know what I mean? And you're just not here.
Yeah.
Right? Like, man, you got to be here. You got to put your feet in the damn grass every now and again. You know?
Yeah.
And if you're not intentionally doing that, God, it's easy to get swept away, man. And think that that's the solution, whatever it is that's gone on your screen. Like, oh, that'll fix me.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you got a big diaper looking ass with skinny ass little weak ass bullshit legs, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, where did I go wrong? And you're all duck lipped up, you know, right. But I want somebody to like me. It's like, dude, you should have just, went for a hike.
Yeah. It's interesting. I feel like technology is, it's interesting because it's reduced the amount of attention that we can be able to give. Yeah. And when I relate that to marketing, it makes it a little more challenging challenging on one sense because of the fact that, a single person in the course of their day back then,
right,
may only see 100 different advertisements. I'm saying way back then, right?
Right. Yeah, right. The side of a bus, the bench, a TV, right?
Right. Yeah. Where now, like even before TV, like there wasn't a whole lot. You might see somebody painted an ad on a sign or some flyers distribution or something like that. It wasn't a whole lot to look at, right? In terms of brands, in terms of things that are trying to get your attention. But now, with all this technology, we're seeing images constantly, advertisements hitting us, influencers influencing us, and then auditory, we're hearing podcasts, we're hearing commercials, we're hearing all sorts of things that now it makes it even more challenging for advertisers, I believe, to get someone's attention where they find it worthy to spend that amount of brain calories to understand it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's because they're being so challenged nowadays. That's why I can see why the Gen Zers or whatever are turning into these grandma hobbies, because they're seeing that
like the world is screaming at them.
Yeah,
it's like Jesus Christ, I'm just gonna knit.
I'm just gonna hit pause for a second, and just knit. Like I get it.
And as much as I make fun of the sell of the pitch with this like cozy core. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
What is that? That sounds stupid, right? How soft do you want to be,
Yep.
But I get it. I really do. And again, I can't stress enough that the COVID issue and all that it brought had definitely a profound effect. I mean, it was weird for me, but I'm all right.
Yeah.
But like kids who were, middle school and high school and all that, right around then, it's like, that was a weird little bump in the road for those kids,
Yep.
you know, and then it kind of manifests later and we end up with cottage core, at least as the research showed, right? At least as it said online.
You know what? If you want to, if people want to detach, riding motorcycles is a great way to detach.
That's kind of a grandpa, you know,
because there's not
World War II. Man.
You can't sit there and be looking on your phone while you're riding. You're in trouble.
Or it's your ass. You're going to die that way.
You're going to die.
Right.
Although, sad story, but interesting. Just the other day, a friend of ours who's a nurse said that first thing in the morning, she had an emergency patient come in.
Right.
A motorcyclist died. Yeah. And when they went to the scene, when the EMS or whatever, fire department or whatever went to the scene, they saw that he still had porn on his website and on his phone playing.
Let's go.
So I was like, idiot.
Damn, bro.
I don't think he didn't die, but like, you idiot. You're sitting there riding your motorcycle. And I think he was he was drunk too.
Okay.
Furthers the narrative.
Nice.
But he's drunk, riding his motorcycle, watching porn.
Bro.
How addicted are you?
All of it.
Right?
It's all happening. It's all, what a series of bad
so in
decisions.
that case, he's not detached.
No.
But he's dead. He's,
he's a dead man.
He's a dead man. Right. God, but no, like, yeah, I get into I could understand why, people are trying to pull away a little bit more. That's one reason why we got that camper.
Yeah.
Pull away, although we go to sites that have Wi-Fi. So I don't know how much we're pulling away. But
yeah,
I get
you.
Yeah. And then there's an industry there. There's money to be made there too. And
billions,
people know it.
Trillions.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, like when like more comparison, you think of like the 60s is when like ads and Mad Men era, you're talking about like a 12 billion annual spend on ads. But what does that really mean? Like, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money now. It's a lot of money back then. A lot of money back then. But they're vying for your attention. But the way that their snaky little hands can get at you, very limited.
Limited in terms of channels.
3 channels.
Right. More
3
now,
TV channels.
The word of the day is like omni-channel, right? Like, you got to be everywhere. All sorts of different channels. Online, in their car when they're driving, on their phone when they're surfing, when they're death scrolling. You need to be on the billboards. You need to be on a podcast. You need to be everywhere.
But it's everywhere, first of all, right? So there's multiple ways to get in, right? The ways even the very tools, it's not that there's multiple channels, it's the nature of the tools. In other words, it's one thing if I see a headline in the New York Times on a whatever, an ad on a bench, I'd be like, oh, that's interesting, right? But the whole thing of it was like somebody had to sit there and paint it and design it and this, that, the other, right? Like, you can only get so far with that. But if you show me like a real flashy, engaging, something that scrolls past my Facebook, and by the way, I could see 50 of them, right? All from like, I don't know, workout company or whatever it is. Man, it's like flashing, it's engaging immediately. I'm just like, what is that, right? Yeah. And they're using all kinds of tricks. If it's me, my demographic, they're going to show me some hot chick. Or I'm like, wow, that's cool. Or it's going to be some dude who's super jacked. Like, I want to look like that. Like, so not only are there more channels, not only are the hooks, right, more hooky, if that makes sense, right? But they're also like, there was a way to say how they basically pitch an idea to an ad agency or marketing people. Would be like, hey, we're going to try this creative, out of the box kind of thing, and it could work, it could not. Let's give it a shot. Right. Yeah. So there was creative risk taking. There was a creative bet to be taken. Okay. Why? Well, the actual market research and where are the analytics? Yeah. Maybe in a survey, but it's hard. That's not the truth today, man. No. Like, we have all kinds of ways to measure that shit. Yeah. Therefore, even the targeting, I mean, you can get it down to just like a sniper bullet, right? And the analytics to go with it. And then the channels that they use, the vehicles that they use to get the marketing to us. Like, man, and by the way, the horsepower. So I said $12 billion in the 60s. Again, a lot of money.
Yep.
Almost $400 billion in ad spend right now. That's a staggering.
That's like, crazy, yeah.
How do you fight that off? I'll tell you how. You drop in on a Friday night on some 20-something-year-old, and they're sitting there knitting. Bread's baking.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
I get it.
Yep, I get it. Have you ever seen that reel? The reels from they call themselves, or he calls themselves let's see, brochet.
That's so amazing. Okay, no.
A play on crochet,
of course,
but it's great because everything he brochets is like swords. It's ball and chain,
right.
Arrows, lightsabers,
like a mace.
Okay, and at the end of his skits, his reels, he will like he'll pull out his sword and like chop off some guy's head, and then all of a sudden he'll have like red yarn like shooting his face. It's like ugh, with
That's
like
funny.
Intestines.
And
then he starts running away from the guy who he decapitated. He's like, It works. It really works.
That's amazing.
It's so creative, dude.
That's good.
And he's so good at what he does. But yeah, I think that's part of that whole grandma.
Yeah.
Grandma hobby.
100%. Yeah.
Dudes crocheting.
Never would have seen that, man. Except, I understand that's something to do in prison. Dudes come out. And
I'll say, listen, I may have turned in a lot of man cards, but I am not crocheting.
I don't know how to crochet.
I'm not. No.
I'm not learning, dude.
No.
Nuh-uh. I don't care. I don't care. I won't wear sweaters, son. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm not wearing sweaters. Anyways, I think we once again have solved the world's problems. Or not. So we'll leave it there. From the iconic era of advertising to the digital age, I'm Chris.
And I'm Ernie.
Keep it legendary.